Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Angela Brennan and today I'm bringing you the new products from Spellbinders, Floating Balloons 3D Embossing Folder and the Glimmering Sentiments, which includes Hooray, All About You and Poppin Birthday. I start off the video by showing you how I use my GEMINI Foilpress to hot foil these sentiments. I hot foil them and I die cut them out. I use two particular hot foils, the gold hot foil as well as the matte gold hot foil. Here I start with the matte gold hot foil where I show you it requires a slightly different setting. The GEMINI Foilpress has got 3 settings, and for most of my hot foils I use the medium setting at 20 seconds, but for the matte gold hot foil, I use the high heat setting at 20 seconds. It just works. So I take note of this in the tube of the hot foil, so every time I use it, I have that reference. Whereas the gold hot foil, I will do it at a medium setting at 20 seconds, and sometimes it may require doing it twice, but usually at one go, it's fine. Once the hot foil is done on the GEMINI Foilpress, I put it through my die cutting and embossing machine, which is GEMINI Junior, and I most of the time get perfect results. This is because I use the hot foil, I know what the setting, and I always do it on Hammermill card, which is a really smooth cardstock that is 100 pounds. If you want to use colored cardstock, look for smooth surface that is at least 100 pounds, and you will generally get good results. So that's hot foiling. I cannot tell you how much fun it is to do hot foiling, because I tend to do, especially when I do sentiments, I tend to do more than what I need so that it's always there. So here I show you how I cut my hot foils. I use the quick trimmer. Now there's 2 blades, one for the paper and one for the foil. I'm not sure what happened. I actually lost the blade for the foil. So I use a penknife and I lightly score it or use it to cut the hot foil, and it works. I need to get a new blade for the foil, but I just lost it. I don't know where it is. But the quick trimmer allows me to cut exactly the foil that I need, so there's no wastage. It's easier to cut it, and it also reduces the chances of overfoiling. So I put all of my foils, dull side facing the card, shiny side facing the patterned part of the hot foil, and obviously the flat part of the hot foil will go onto the surface of the foil press, which is heating up at the moment. When I do this, I also use the best ever craft tape from Spellbinders to secure the top of it, and that is used as a hinge. So if the foiling is not complete, I can take out the smaller tapes at the bottom and put it back, because the hinge will keep the plate at the same place so it does not move, and it will not spoil the hot foiled image if it's partial. But if you use your hot foils often enough and take note of the heat setting and the duration required, you usually get it the first time. So initially when I started hot foiling, I did a lot of experimentation with the different colors. For some reason, the different pigments of the hot foil will give you slightly different timings and different heat settings. For the foil, I speak only on the GEMINI Foilpress because I only use the GEMINI Foilpress as well as the GEMINI Junior. There are other foiling machines like the Glimmer machine that Spellbinders has. I have not used that, so I cannot mention anything about it. But when I do use this, remember the hot foil plates do get hot, so there are finger guards that come with the GEMINI Foilpress. I don't normally use it because I've got asbestos fingers and I'm fine with not using it. But if you're concerned, do use your finger guards so that you can ensure that it is safer. So for this instance, for some reason it is not fully foiled, and I'm putting it back again, and I can do that because I've used what I call the hinge method, which I learned from Yanis Makula. And this way I will not waste my foil, and the second time around the foiling is perfect and ready to be die cut and used. I really hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press that notification bell so you're alerted when new videos are uploaded. Do head over to my blog. The link to my blog is in the description below. And there are more pictures, close-up pictures, as well as a list of all the products I've used. And that is also available in the YouTube description below. I've got 4 techniques that I use with the Floating Balloons 3D embossing folder. It's self-explanatory. I've put a lot of notes as I do them. I hope you will watch it till the end and give it a go and see if you will enjoy the embossing folder technique. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with some music and I'll catch you later. Here are all the completed cards. The thing about embossing folders is you don't need to do much. Once you've got the technique right, you just need a big sentiment, and I like using a sub-sentiment. So all my sub-sentiments are from the Glimmer set Mini Everyday Sentiments. Here I show you what happens when you use too juicy an ink pad. It all seeps. This is an experiment I did and it went wrong because my ink pad was too juicy. So you need to make sure your ink pad is not over inked so that it doesn't spill over when you put it through the embossing folder again. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press that notification bell so you're alerted when a new video is uploaded. So some of the cards I've used quite an unusual size. It's called A6 on my We Are Makers envelope punch board, and I've created envelopes to go with them as well. I will include a link to the video where I show how I use my We Are Makers envelope punch board to create envelopes for unusual sized cards. Shouldn't be afraid to create unusual sized cards if that's where your creativity takes you. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you at my next video. Take care.